10% of all the new cars sold in Iowa come from the Karl Auto Group. Our neighbors trust us to have the largest selection and the highest standards. To our current customers, thank you. And to our future customers, see for yourself why Karl drives Iowa.
Your dealer for life, it's the Karl way.
Experience the world's largest sports book at your fingertips.
I'm Derek Stevens. I'm a lifelong sports bettor and owner of Circus Sports. We built this platform for bettors that want high limits and total transparency.
Featuring high limits, player-friendly pricing, and exceptional live customer service when you need it.
Hi, how may I help you today?
Download your new bookie today and start betting like a pro.
Circus Sports.
What is up? Welcome into Cyclone Fanatic pregame.
Let's go.
There's the music.
Let's go.
I think our first ever actual pregame show in person here.
In the literal Northwest Bank Studios.
Finally, after all these years.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Big one today. This feels like a... I don't feel bad about where Iowa State is.
No.
But I do feel like this is an important game. Because this Cincinnati game has the opportunity to be a stumbling block for any team in the Big 12.
Almost was for Houston already.
Yeah. We saw that, like a really good Houston team. I just let's go. Like this is, guys around the program, guys inside the program. Otzelberger really challenged them.
Yep.
After the Kansas game, watched all your guys' coverage, Rob's piece, and let's see how they respond.
Yeah, the media on Thursday was about 20 minutes late because it was their first practice.
Because he was kicking their ass.
Yeah, it was the first practice after. It was a bit of a wake up call for the team, and that's
I love it.
That's ultimately where that Kansas game can fall. Is like it better be a wake up call.
Yeah, and if
it's your mulligan.
And if it's not, then you have reason
There's concern.
Yeah. But, I mean, listen, like they weren't going to go undefeated, all that stuff. Let's see how they bounce back. Just a reminder that this game is on Peacock. We have it on here in the Northwest Bank Studios. We already got it all rigged up, so make sure you do that as well. Don't tweet at us asking what channel the game is on.
Tweet
it is on.
at Matthias ISU.
At Brent Bloom.
Speaking of Matthias,
he's the TV guy.
Be sure to check out the CF After Dark crew.
Yes.
After our post-game show,
Yes.
for the post-game show, we've got our Actually Helping Farmers sign up there. I've had that.
That's dope. I love that.
Probably for 5 or 6 years.
We need
vintage.
to bring that back and do more with it, like we did Cyclones versus the World. Like you can put Cyclones versus the World on anything.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Hold on. So I mentioned Bloom. We are real quick, thank our great sponsors, Karl Auto Group. Karl Chevrolet, of course, is our presenting sponsor for everything we do. And I really did. I'm not just saying this. I was on the Circus Sports Iowa app earlier today. Iowa State's still the third best odds to win the national championship after that game on. So again, the reason I point that out is that's a blip. Now, how do you respond from it? I suspect I'm picking Iowa State today to win by double digits.
Is that real wood?
Yes, that's real wood. It better be for what I paid for this thing.
This studio looks so good.
Yes, we spent about 3 hours on it the other day, and we're really beefing this thing.
And we're just
up.
like, it's time to actually do a game watch in here.
Yeah, and we are working. There's some people asking if we'll do like an actual like in-game broadcast. Maybe at some point. Maybe. We're not doing it today, but we'll be on here right after the game.
If there's something crazy that happens and Aiden Wyatt happens to have his phone out or something,
yes.
Maybe a clip or two might hit social media.
I did wear my, I am pumped
bang,
up
bang.
for tonight.
Bang, bang,
Got
Niner
my
gang.
Brock Purdy Super Bowl jersey
bang,
on.
Bang, Niner gang.
I'm really glad. I was going to frame this because it is the Super Bowl jersey, but I'm glad that I didn't because I love the black and I like throwing it on here. And the Vikings are freaking irrelevant.
Did you see your boy Sam Darnold hurt himself over a bye week and hasn't thrown a football in 3 days?
I've heard this, yeah. I think the 49ers are going to win. You know how hard it is to beat a divisional team 3 times like that? I think the 49ers are going to win the game tonight.
Purdy's never lost at Seattle. The game where Seattle. Or wait, yeah, that's right, because Purdy was hurt the first time they played. But this is a basketball show, and
real quick, you want your officials?
Sure.
Randy McCall, Antino Petty, and Keith Patterson.
Okay.
That's a D crew if I ever heard of it, because I don't know who those guys are.
It's a little worrisome getting a D crew on the road. You hope that
we're going to need the Bloom analysis on those guys.
You hope that Taman's moving a little bit better today. I think that's been the thing.
Is that a thing?
I think so. I noticed it big time when they were in person at home on Saturday against Oklahoma State.
Don't like it.
There was a couple times where I'd see him holding his groin.
But this is why, like, I've caught some flack by. This is why, like, he's probably not going to be an NBA player.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's good enough when he's really good, but this is why.
Yeah,
because he cannot just. He looks, but for what it's worth, way better right now than he did last year at this time.
Yeah, yeah, and I think it's, without being a doctor, this looks like more of a thing that is, it's maybe taking him a minute or two to adjust, because he's probably feeling sore, and even if you warm up, you still go sit on the bench to, hey, welcome to the court number 3, Taman Lipsy. Like, it's probably that, but he's been picking up his fouls early. And he's been a step slow.
Do you consider load management with him?
Yes.
I think so, too.
Absolutely.
This is where you start to treat it like an NBA team.
And it's not even...
If you want to win a national championship, go to a Final Four, you cannot have him at
It's not devaluing
60%.
the regular season.
No.
It's just putting an emphasis on...
Like, let's say, like, UCF coming to town on Tuesday night.
I mean, they're pretty...
I know, they're not
sneaky.
bad. Like, and they learn a little bit more about them today.
Colorado, though?
Any of those games. Like, if you have a double-digit lead, like...
Oh, you're talking just, like, in the second half?
Yeah, just stop playing him.
Completely agree. I thought you were saying, like, just rest
I was
him for
thinking
an
that when they were beating
day.
teams by 40 in the non-conference.
Oh, I've been thinking that since his sophomore year. Just keep the guy healthy.
Yeah, I think it's a little arrogant to just not play him in a game.
Yeah. No, I agree. I thought that's where you were going, and I would disagree with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. But I'm just saying, like... If you're, I threw UCF out there because it's the next game, and we all remember what happened last year in that game. If that happens again, like, what's the point?
Yeah, you sit him. You sit him in the second half. You let Bateman continue to
develop,
to get some more minutes. His on-ball defense has gotten so much better, even in the last month from where he was at. And I know he came in as even more of a defensive prospect than an offensive prospect, as good of a shooter as he is, but it took him time to adjust. He's really developing that on-ball defense now, and that's going to be how you go from a 12-minute-a-game guy to a 20, 25-minute-a-game guy. And to answer the where's Dom Nelson question, I can guarantee you if Dom Nelson doesn't play today or doesn't play Tuesday, this is because of how well Bateman's playing. This is not a Dom Nelson sucks or anything like that. He's just the 9th man in a rotation, and if the 8th man, Bateman, starts playing better, he's going to keep earning more and more minutes. And you'd rather have that out of a guy who has 3 years left in the program than a guy who will be done in hopefully April.
I got to also point out, too, I mean, if you watch a lot of the top teams around college basketball, there's not a lot of deep, like, 10-man rotations out there. It's like hardly anybody.
The games are too short.
Yeah, you don't need that.
It's not the NBA where you're playing 48 minutes. You're playing 82
You
games.
want your best guys to play.
You're playing 40-minute games twice a week. Like, you can play your starters 35 minutes a game, and that's perfectly okay. And to Nelson's credit, he's given the team some good minutes here and there. But it is kind of a thing where you can pretty clearly tell one day if he's got it or doesn't. And when he's got it, he's really helped the team out in some of those situations. That Oklahoma State game, he's scored 7 straight points, and that's where he can flip the game, and he's going to have his moments like that, and it very well could be today against a team that is mean, really physical on the perimeter. Like Cincinnati, they're a bunch of dogs.
Yeah. Karl Chevrolet pregame show. Let's go through their profile real quick. 8 defense. So we know they actually don't play as slow as I would have thought.
No.
They're pretty just average as far as their tempo goes, but they're really, really good at defensive rebounding. So that that's you don't get a lot of second chances against this team. They force a lot of turnovers, and they're not good on offense.
No.
Like this is not. But what scares you about it is not that they're going to go out and do what Kansas did. I mean, I don't worry about that. It's that they just are the ugly ass, and I don't love the group of officials you're getting because you generally want the
good crew,
the sermons and those guys when you're on the road against a team like Cincinnati, and that's certainly not what you have here. However, this also isn't, Jake, a spot where I think the crowd will be too intense. Like this isn't like going into Bromwich or
It'll be intense.
It'll be
but
good,
it's not going to be
correct.
Overwhelming.
Correct.
At least it shouldn't be. The team shouldn't allow the crowd to dictate this game.
Listen, this is a basketball game that is rightfully terrifying. Like it is for me, and I said that weeks ago. Like that, I kind of had this game circled because it's coming off of Kansas. But I view it as a huge opportunity today to kind of just shut the narrative up, like that. Whatever that came out of Tuesday. I don't think any team in the country would have beaten Kansas on Tuesday.
No.
I think Iowa State that's as bad as they've played for 10 minutes in the first half. And you still,
made that
they still
push.
made it interesting, but Kansas just kept hitting really tough shots. And that's where you just, take your hat off. But Iowa State didn't deserve to win that game. They weren't in the game. Let's see how they bounce back. Yeah, I'd love a stat. Let's go.
The 2020-21 Baylor Bears got blown out at Fog Allen Fieldhouse. It's okay. You can't do that a lot. You maybe get 2 of those a season. I'd argue you probably should limit it to 1 double-digit loss if you want to be a team that wins the national championship, but just based off of history and based off of how many national champions lose that. But the last 4 years, a national champion has been blown out on the road. But you can't let it become a habit. And
and how you bounce back after.
How you bounce back matters, and how you now correct the things that have been going wrong matters. You can only do so much as a coach to fix the slow starts when you're still winning these games by double digits, because they're 18 to 22-year-old young men making a lot of money, and it can be hard to get that message through sometimes, to be like, you guys have to stop starting slow or it's going to bite you, and then it does bite you, and now you hope that it locks them back in, and they start the first half the way they've been starting second halves. That's my hope.
Notable, too, before we let you guys go to get ready for the game, this is a quad 1 opportunity today, as of now. So, Cincinnati hasn't had a great season, but it's still metrics-wise, it's a quad 1 opportunity today for the Cyclones. So you can,
They're so weird.
They're not that bad.
I think their roster is better than what they've been the past 2 years. And those teams the past 2 years, I thought should have made the NCAA tournament, but they were so poorly coached that they didn't. I think with what they've done, adding Chum down low, the old Central Florida center, massive dude. I mean, that's kind of what they've been missing the past few years, was that rim protector, that really good rebounder, and they've got him. Baba Miller's a mismatch nightmare. Mm-hmm. They're a good team. They just haven't beat anybody. They've lost to Louisville. They lost to Xavier. They lost to Georgia. They famously lost to Clemson in a game that I'll never talk about. Started the year 0-3 in Big 12 play, but they were up double digits on Houston. They lose on the road at a tough West Virginia team. They lose on the road against a pretty good Central Florida team. Got up 30 points against Colorado Wednesday night, and Colorado made that a game, made it interesting, but they were able to close them out. So this is not Utah. even though their resume might look like it, the metrics might be similar. This is a better team than 9-8, but they haven't performed to that. So you got to go out and treat them like they're a team that should be a bubble team.
And the thing is about Cincinnati too is they could put Wes Miller out to pasture today.
Yeah, their fans want to.
And then they get the Colorado win, and everybody takes a deep breath a little bit because you're not 0-4. But if Iowa State goes out and beats this team convincingly today, then they got to go to Arizona next week. So this is a really, and this is what scared me, and I said this on postgame against the Kansas postgame show. Like, you're going to get a really desperate Cincinnati team today. Like,
and that's where you got to find a way to match
absolute desperation mode from this group. Playing for, I don't know how much. Well, I know their coaches and staff's going to be desperate because they can see the writing on the wall. If they lose this game, they ain't winning. They got a 2-game stretch then in Arizona, so they get the Arizona swing. I mean, they lose this one, they could really be 1-6. Pretty quick. You win this one, and then, it's a quad 1. You beat a top 5 team. Everybody's dynamic changes.
There have been a lot of bad Iowa State teams over the years that you start 1-3, you start 1-4. But what happens when number 2 Kansas comes to town? What happens when number 3 Baylor comes to town? It is an opportunity to not necessarily save the season, but give you something to cheer about. And that's what Cincinnati has for them today. And you still have to get yourself in the mindset, and it's hard.
Absolutely.
That Iowa State's got a number 2 next to their name. That means something in college basketball. And I would think between Jefferson, Lipsy, Los, coming back, Heisey from last year, that they've adjusted to what that feels like and that they're going to be ready for it today and that they know that the other team's going to come out desperate. And Steve Kemp, great friend of the program, says in the comments, Otzelberger says that teams are ready with scripted plays. What can they do to prevent this? It comes down to being aggressive, being physical. Iowa State's defense never works when they're on their heels. It only works when they're the aggressor. So you got to come out and play the game like you're down 10. We're going to go punch you in the mouth. We're going to take the ball from you, go the other way, and we're going to prove that we're the number 2 team in the country. And let's go F up Cincinnati, as Cy-Fan 1986 says in the comments. That's how you got to do it. That's the way Iowa State goes and proves. Fun show. Where's Coop?
Coop's on his way. We're going to have a little impromptu game watch here at the Northwest Bank studio. Ready to
better
go.
Be good. It better be a memorable one.
It better be fun, because if it's not, then we'll probably never do this again, because we're those types.
It's worked out nicely because the team out east is playing at 1.
Oh.
And my roommate's a diehard Iowa fan.
Why are you living with him?
He's actually a pretty good one.
Seems like a poor choice.
He is a pretty good Iowa fan, but he gets to watch the game in peace. I got to watch the game with a couple of Cyclones. It'll be a fun time here in the Northwest Bank Studios. Be sure to join us after the game for Cyclone Fanatic postgame, and then join the CF After Dark crew for the post-game show in the Northwest Bank Studios.